Go ahead, Tay. It's your victory lap.
You see that Kool-Aid smile right there, right?
My man Dante Selby.
Oh yeah. It's a reason for that Kool-Aid smile. So I got on here before, and I told you I would come back on after the prediction, win, lose, or draw.
Yeah.
I kind of let y'all live a little while. You know, I had a lot of life going on and stuff like that. But I seen Miller, so I got to get back on. So he got me back on. I made the prediction, and what was the prediction?
You said it was going to be a landslide. You said it wasn't going to be competitive. You said they were two different levels, that they weren't even on the same plane. Now, as far as that night goes, you were 100% right. Okay. It was drastic.
Drastic,
yeah.
And not only did I do that,
you predicted the round.
I predicted the exact round, and I can't take all the credit for that because Bud carried him for a few rounds. Could have got him out in the 6th or 7th round, but he had a little bit more respect for him and didn't do it that way. That's that. But I mean, I don't want to seem like because I'm not psychic. I don't even believe in that. But from what I understand of boxing, I understand the styles. Spence was a street forward type of fighter, and he just brought a lot with him that way. He didn't have a bunch of angles. He never counter punch. He wasted punch. All these things like that, which was tailor made for Bud. That's the type of fighters that he'd been fighting the whole time. So I didn't think it was going to be too much different than any other ones.
Errol Spence has activated the rematch clause.
He did.
And according to Terence Crawford, it's going to be at 47. Right. As of right now, I don't know if they'll do negotiations to have it at 54.
Whatever.
Does it look the same way at 47, and does it look the same way at 54?
Exact same. I think it's an excuse, right? And I don't think it's an excuse for Bud. For Spence. Spence hasn't been making excuses. Spence is a proud guy or anything like that. But for his fans and his cronies and everything like that, it was definitely an excuse. And I'll point it out this way. They say it's going to be different at 54. We never seen Spence at 54. He spent his whole career at 47. So we know what he looks like at 47. So at 54, what makes y'all think it's going to be any different? He's been cutting the weight to get there since he's been there the whole time. He's been the weight bully the whole time. So now the one time that he weight bullied, that's the reason why he lost. I ain't buying that. It'd be the same thing. And I got there's a lot of Spence fans online that's talking stuff like, oh man, Bud should do it at 54, blah, blah, blah. Well, Bud's calling the shots now. And when Spence was calling the shots, he made Bud wait all the way in line till he got all of the, he got all the champions, got all the belts, and then fought Bud last. That's what he did. They agreed that the winner calls the shots. Bud won the fight, so you get to call the shot. Wherever he's more comfortable at, that's where you're going to fight.
To play devil's advocate,
okay.
Right? According to them two, there were certain concessions that Spence made to make this fight possible, to get Terence Crawford in the ring. Okay. One can say, since Spence made those concessions, 154 pounds could be a concession that Crawford will make, especially in the fashion that the fight happened at.
Okay.
What would you say to that?
So since we playing devil's advocate, I like playing devil's advocate, right? Why did he have to make concessions for Bud to get in the ring? He didn't make those concessions for Porter to get in the ring or for Ugas to get in the ring and all these things like that, right? It was just, let's fight, let's figure it out.
I don't know the details of the negotiations between Ugas and
right.
Porter.
My point is,
I can't even tell you.
My point is, you didn't have to go through all the stuff to fight those guys. You just got it done real fast and we got it done. You made it your business to make sure Bud was the last one because Bud was the hardest out of all of them, which he didn't want to, he didn't want to acknowledge that, but he was. And he did all these for Bud to get in there. If you want all the belts and you want to be undisputed, which is what they both wanted to be, it wasn't concessions he was making to get Bud in the ring, like to appease him. It was to make the fight happen so we can get the historic moment which he was looking for.
But Terence Crawford had already pulled out of those negotiations previously.
Right, because
he felt like, well, he said he agreed to everything, but he didn't, the date, he wanted to fight at a sooner date. Right. So he already pulled out of the negotiations. Right. So when they revisited them, apparently he made concessions. I don't even know what the concessions are. Right. So, and I don't know how long Porter negotiations took or Ugas to be able to create a parallel.
To be true.
Yeah.
That's true. At the end of the day, I just look at it like the highlight of it is the winner of the fight got to pick the details. Yeah. It's an old statement, there ain't no fun when Rabbit got the gun. That type of stuff.
It's a true statement.
Yeah, you want to fight. If he's more comfortable with 47, then come down and fight him at 47. And if you don't want to fight him at 47, don't. I do think that Bud don't really want to fight him again because he thinks it's pointless and it's going to cut into his money timeline or whatever like that to get the winner of Charlo and Canelo. So I think he want to make it harder anyway. So I think that's what that's about, and it's sort of a mercy to him. If you really wanted to make it down, and if not, then it's cool, and I don't think they want him to.
it.